My name is Anneke Lucas, also a survivor of child sex trafficking.
Because we need you to tell us everything that you can remember, and if that means you need to say those words, it's okay. Alright?
So they give sweets as much as they like.
Yeah.
So they give sweets till they're like full, they're done. So because while they eat the sweets, they do sex to them. So they pay them sweets, and then after they do what they want them to do.
Okay.
Because the children.
Who? What children? What children?
So there's children from our school, 200 children in our school, but it's not like all.
Okay.
There's 20 special children.
Who are these 20 special children?
There's Millie, she's a brown girl.
Millie who?
Millie Cowell.
Millie Cow?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you know she's one of the 20 special children?
Because I know, because she comes and they do sex to her, mostly.
Who's they?
The teachers, the parents, the staff.
Every single teacher or specific teachers?
No, the whole school does it. The whole school, and we got our own church too. Because they do that, because after as I said, we kill babies, we drink their blood, we eat them. Okay. But then after so the social services who are in it, they go to families, So if the families can't afford, so they got a baby but they can't look after it or anything, they can't buy food or they can't buy clothes, they can't look after it. So the families who sell their children. Yeah. So the social services get them. They say they get them to a foster home, but they don't. They get the babies or the children, and then they get Miss Marden. Yeah. Our nurse in our school, she injects the child or baby in the neck just here though.
Right, okay. And how do you know that?
Because I saw her doing it.
How did you see her doing it?
Because I saw her in the staff room. She was getting this. So she got this injection.
Your papa
Yes.
was friends with your year 1 teacher.
Yeah.
And because of that, he met the other teachers in the school.
No, he had a friend called Mr. Hollings.
He had a friend called Mr. Hollings, who's the year 4 teacher.
He's going to be my year 4 teacher.
He's going to be your year 4 teacher. Yeah. And how did he meet Mr. Hollings?
Oh, Papa.
Yeah, Papa.
Because Miss Wilma.
Your year 1 teacher.
Yeah. So when they Miss Wilma and Papa met each other, Miss Wilma introduced Papa. To Miss Papa introduced Mr. Hollings to Papa, so Papa understood who Mr. Hollings was. Then Miss Wilma introduced Papa to Mr. Hollings. Okay. And then Mr. Hollings knew who Papa was, and then they met once, and then they became best friends.
Oh, I see. And how do you know they're best friends?
They talk to each other. They tell me that my dad tells me that BFFs, it means best friends forever.
Okay, so your dad told you him and the year 4 teacher are BFFs. Yeah. Okay. And when did he tell you that?
He told when he was doing the sex to me. He does sex to me.
What does that mean, sex? What do you mean?
He touches me in the private. He touches me in the private. He sticks a plastic willy in my bottom, and it bleeds then.
Okay. So.
Yes.
So your dad does sex to you, and what that means is he touches your privates.
Yes.
And put a plastic willy
in my bottom.
In your bottom.
Yeah, a big fat one.
Okay. So how do you know it's a plastic willy?
I felt it before.
What do you mean you felt it before?
I felt the willy. He let me felt the willy.
Okay.
Staff room. She was getting this. So she got this injection, and she done. So the baby was there. It was just sitting on the table. Right. And I was just laughing there. And after she just injected her, and it was it was slowly went to sleep. But not just like a thud, not like just fell straight away. They put, because it looked like it was slowly moving down like that.
Right.
Yes, so then after
so his baby's gone to sleep.
Yes, and then after they get put on this bit. you get the baby to hang it upside down.
And how do they hang it
yes,
upside
with
down?
the string.
From where?
On the wall, because there's this little like is a screw, unless they put a string, it's like a circle string, tie it to the legs, hang it upside down, and then they get the knife they use for cutting the baby's head off. So you know this big ones, like this big Chinese ones, which you chop up coconut and stuff.
Right.
Yes, they get cleavers, aren't they? No.
Okay.
I don't know what they're called.
You've described it well enough.
Yes.
Okay.
So then because our dad, he forces me and Gabriel to do it. But because we can't, we're not strong enough to cut the baby's head off, he does us to hold the knife, and he puts his hand at the top of our hand, and he helps us to cut the baby's head off. Because he's learning, he's teaching me and Gabriel, so when we're older, to do it to our own children and do this kind of stuff to our own children.
Where is it that happens?
The church, the kitchen in our church.
The kitchen in the church.
Yes, they got.
So, right, this string. Tell me about this string.
So it's just like, it's not just a thin normal string. It's a bit thick, it's like maybe that.
Thank you. So you've come here with your mum, and do you live with your mum, do you?
Yes, I live with her.
And who else do you live with?
And that's just my mum I live with. Only my mum.
No one else?
No.
No other family in your house?
I don't live with my dad, no.
What about brothers?
No. I live with my brother Gabriel.
So it's you, Gabriel, your mum?
Yes, and when three.
Three of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ella Gareva, and I'm the mother of two children from Hampstead, Alisa and Gabrielle, who have been unlawfully removed from me on 9/11/2014. This is a high-profile case.
Of actually sitting with a mother, in this case for 3 hours. I can absolutely tell you, with my experience of interrogation over a 20-year period, as a former detective sergeant, she was speaking 110% truth. I know there's been no investigation, been no proper police statement taken from this woman because of the way she's been harassed.
I haven't asked you your name, have I, and what your date of birth is. Can you tell us?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. And what's your second name, Gabriel?
You mean my surname?
Yes, your surname.
I'm Gabriel Gareva Dearman.
Gareva Dearman. So it's a hyphenated name, is it?
Yeah. I'm 8 years old.
Yeah, 8. And what school do you go to?
Christchurch Primary School. No, Christchurch Primary School.
Christchurch Primary School?
Yeah, it's in Hampstead.
Oh, okay. What year are you in there?
Year 4, but I'm changing into year 5. No, I was in year 3, but I'm changing into year 5. I'm supposed to be in year 5 right now.
What about year 4? How come you're missing that one?
Because I got a problem in my school.
Have you?
Yeah, my dad is friends with the whole school.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how's he friends with the whole school?
They met.
Where did they meet?
100 plus involvement in this, including CADCAS, police, social services, school, and I'm the leader of this. And
What was your...
I was sat across and recording this, and I'm sat across from the table. Police officer asking me questions.
into sex trafficking at the age of 6. I shared about rape and torture that I experienced in a pedophile network that was composed largely of VIPs.
Alicia Grace Gareva Dearman.
Yes.
Okay. And how old are you, Alicia?
I'm 9 years. I'm 9 years old right now.
Yeah. And so, do you prefer to be called Alicia or Grace? What one?
Lisa.
Elisa.
I know that it's easy to say, well, politicians are all corrupt. But then it's a little bit harder to think that a politician who's corrupt also rapes and kills children. I think that's